Hello, this is FASTECH. Prior to the detailed product description, let me briefly introduce the FASTECH EtherCAT product line. Here is a brand called Ezi-SERVO. Ezi-SERVO is a closed-loop stepping system product line. And there is a brand called Ezi-STEPII. Ezi-STEPII is an open-loop micro-stepping system product line. Lastly, the brand Ezi-I/O is an I/O module product line, including digital I/O module, analog I/O module, and counter module. So, FASTECH EtherCAT product line has the Ezi-SERVO brand of the closed-loop stepping system, the Ezi-STEPII brand of the open-loop micro-stepping system, and the Ezi-I/O brand of the I/O module. Let's take a look at each product brand one by one. First, Ezi-SERVO brand. Ezi-SERVO brand has 5 products, including Ezi-SERVO EtherCAT, a standard type of closed-loop stepping system; Ezi-SERVO EtherCAT MINI, a mini drive type; the 4-axis drive type Ezi-SERVO EtherCAT 4X, and the 8-axis drive type Ezi-SERVO EtherCAT 8X. And Ezi-SERVO EtherCAT All, an all-in-one type that combines a motor, a high-resolution encoder, a drive and EtherCAT network. Next, Ezi-STEPII brand. Ezi-STEPII brand has 3 products, including Ezi-STEPII EtherCAT, a standard type of open-loop micro-stepping system; Ezi-STEPII EtherCAT MINI, a mini drive type; and Ezi-STEPII EtherCAT 4X, a 4-axis drive type. Finally, Ezi-I/O brand. Ezi-I/O brand has 3 products including digital I/O module, analog I/O module, and counter module. So, FASTECH has a total of 11 EtherCAT products. Since there are various types of products, FASTECH can provide EtherCAT total solutions. Among 11 types of products, I'd like to introduce 3 EtherCAT products of open-loop micro-stepping system. The first EtherCAT-based product of open-loop micro-stepping system is Ezi-STEPII EtherCAT. First of all, I will explain the combination model name of Ezi-STEPII EtherCAT product. In the example model name, EC means the product using the EtherCAT network, 56 means 56 mm motor flange size, and L means motor length. BK means that a brake is attached on the motor. You can select the motor from a NEMA 8, 20 mm size motor to a NEMA 34, 86 mm size motor. Motor length is the length of the motor body excluding the motor shaft, and you can select small, medium, large, and extra large length. The lengths you can select depend on the motor size. A brake can be applied from a NEMA 17, 42 mm size motor, to a NEMA 34, 86 mm size motor. The brake is a non-excitation type that activates when the power goes off. For example, you can use it to prevent the Z-axis load from falling. Please refer to the catalog for details. Now let's check the features of Ezi-STEPII EtherCAT products. Ezi-STEPII EtherCAT is an EtherCAT-based open-loop micro-stepping system product. It supports CIA402 drive profile, a standard profile for drive motion control. It supports CSP mode that controls the position of the slave, by receiving the target position from the master every cycle. And profile position mode, which is a general point-to-point movement command, and homing mode, which is an origin search command. Also, the minimum cycle time is 0.25 milliseconds. The cycle time is the time required for communication between the master and the slave. And the minimum cycle time is the time it takes for the slave to receive, process, and respond to a packet. In general, the minimum cycle time of stepping motor drives on the market is 0.5 milliseconds, but FASTECH's product has a shorter minimum cycle time of 0.25 milliseconds. Then, why is the minimum cycle time important? For example, in synchronous control, if the cycle time is short, smooth and high-precision control is possible, but if the cycle time is long, smooth operation is not possible. Depending on the requirements of the machine, stepping motors and servo motors are often used together. In this case, the cycle time should be used in accordance with the longer one. For example, even if the minimum cycle time of the master and the servo drive is 0.25 milliseconds. If the cycle time of the step drive is 0.5 milliseconds, the minimum cycle time should be 0.5 milliseconds. Therefore, many companies are trying to reduce the minimum cycle time for high-precision motion control. Next, Ezi-STEPII EtherCAT is compatible with various EtherCAT master controllers. These are FASTECH's EtherCAT products listed on the EtherCAT Technology Group, the world's largest EtherCAT organization. If you access the official site of ETG with this address and search FASTECH, you can see that FASTECH's 4 types of EtherCAT slave products are on the list. The rest of the EtherCAT products will be updated in the future. ETG, the Worldwide EtherCAT Association, was founded in Germany by Beckhoff, the creator of EtherCAT. FASTECH has received compatibility verification at ETC, the EtherCAT Test Center, which is an affiliate of ETG, and verifies the compatibility of EtherCAT products. Currently, only Ezi-SERVO EtherCAT, the standard type product, has received official compatibility certification, but the functions based on this compatibility certification have been applied to Ezi-STEPII EtherCAT product. As you checked before, although FASTECH EtherCAT product has completed the compatibility verification and received the official certification, it doesn't prove the compatibility with each manufacturer's EtherCAT master. Thus, in cooperation with FASTECH and the major EtherCAT master companies, compatibility verification between master and slave based on CIA 402, a standard profile for EtherCAT drive motion control, has been completed, which is a distinctive feature of FASTECH EtherCAT products. By the compatibility test with each master company, the connection method and the operation of the EtherCAT function with various masters were verified. The verification results I mentioned before are summarized in a table. These are conformance test reports and connection manuals for each master. The demonstration of FASTECH EtherCAT products was delivered to each master company, and the master company directly conducted the conformance test. In the case of the conformance test report, it was written after verifying the normal operation of Ezi-SERVO EtherCAT based on CIA 402 with each master. The connection manual contains the ESI file registration method, and master and slave connection method. First, here's the example of the actual conformance test report. This is a report written after testing the FASTECH EtherCAT slave by a master company called Trio Motion Technology in the UK. Each evaluation item applied to the test was taken directly from the CIA 402 drive profile, which is a standard profile for drive motion control. For example, if you look at this part, you can check the test items for drive status control, operation enable, operation disable, and error codes of CIA 402 drive profile. Tests were conducted for each evaluation item, and this is the result. Therefore, if this conformance test report is delivered to customers using the Trio master, They can use FASTECH EtherCAT products without worrying about compatibility. If you need these compatibility test reports, please contact FASTECH Customer Center with this phone number, or sales@fastech-motions.com, and we will send you the report. Next, let's look at the connection manual example. This is the connection manual for MC4N, the EtherCAT master of Trio and FASTECH EtherCAT slave. The connection manual contains the ESI file registration method, and master and slave connection method. If you set the connection according to this manual, you can connect the master and slave easily and without problems, and without reading the connection manual of the master. And EtherCAT connection manual with each master can be downloaded from FASTECH website. If you access the following address and place the mouse pointer on the Downloads tab of the home page, an item called Quick Download appears. Click on the item to display a list of products. Click the Network Manual button of the Ezi-STEPII EtherCAT product among the products in the list to download the connection manual for each master. The manual of Trio's MC4N master, which I set as an example earlier, can also be downloaded here. Finally, since Ezi-STEPII EtherCAT is an open-loop micro-stepping system without an encoder, to check the current position, please refer to the command position. We have looked at the features of Ezi-STEPII EtherCAT until now. The next product to be introduced is the Ezi-STEPII EtherCAT MINI, a compact mini drive product of an EtherCAT-based open-loop micro-stepping system. First of all, I will explain the combination model name of Ezi-STEPII EtherCAT MINI product. In the example model name, EC means the product using the EtherCAT network, MI means mini drive. 42 means 42 mm motor flange size, and XL means motor length. BK means that a brake is attached on the motor. You can select the motor from a NEMA 8, 20 mm size motor to a NEMA 24, 60 mm size motor. Motor length is the length of the motor body excluding the motor shaft, and you can select small, medium, large, and extra large length. The lengths you can select depend on the motor size. A brake can be applied from a NEMA 17, 42 mm size motor, to a NEMA 24, 60 mm size motor. The brake is a non-excitation type that activates when the power goes off. For example, you can use it to prevent the Z-axis load from falling. Please refer to the catalog for details. Now, let me introduce the features of Ezi-STEPII EtherCAT MINI product. Ezi-STEPII EtherCAT MINI is an EtherCAT-based open-loop micro-stepping system product. Ezi-STEPII EtherCAT MINI uses a compact-size drive, so you can save space and the wiring would be simpler. Other features of Ezi-STEPII EtherCAT MINI are the same as the standard type Ezi-STEPII EtherCAT described before. The size of Ezi-STEPII EtherCAT MINI drive is 1/3 the size of the EtherCAT standard type drive. The size is similar to the size of a business card. In addition, since the drive size is compact, the drive can be installed directly near the motor, which shortens the wiring between the motor and the drive. Thus the wiring is simpler, and the cost is reduced, too. I have introduced Ezi-STEPII EtherCAT MINI until now. The last product to be introduced is Ezi-STEPII EtherCAT 4X, a multi-axis type product of an EtherCAT-based open-loop micro-stepping system. First of all, I will explain the combination model name of Ezi-STEPII EtherCAT 4X product. In the example model name, EC means the product using the EtherCAT network, 4X means 4-axis product. Customer can select 3-axis or 4-axis and the size of both drives are the same. You can select the motor from a NEMA 8, 20 mm size motor to a NEMA 24, 60 mm size motor. Motor length is the length of the motor body excluding the motor shaft, and you can select small, medium, large, and extra large length. The lengths you can select depend on the motor size. A brake can be applied from a NEMA 17, 42 mm size motor, to a NEMA 24, 60 mm size motor. The brake is a non-excitation type that activates when the power goes off. For example, you can use it to prevent the Z-axis load from falling. Please refer to the catalog for details. Now, let me introduce the features of Ezi-STEPII EtherCAT 4X product. Ezi-STEPII EtherCAT 4X is an EtherCAT-based 4-axis open-loop micro-stepping system product. There are 4 drives in one Ezi-STEPII EtherCAT 4X case. Thus, you can save space and the wiring would be simpler. Space saving and less wiring can reduce cost. Other features of Ezi-STEPII EtherCAT 4X are the same as the standard type Ezi-STEPII EtherCAT described before. For example, when compared to installing 4 Ezi-STEPII EtherCAT, which is FASTECH standard product, installing Ezi-STEPII EtherCAT 4X only needs half space for installation. If you see 4 standard products stacked on the left, the width is 166 mm and the height is 134 mm. This number is for simple comparison, and when you install the drives in actual machine, you might need more space because of cable wiring and space between products. On the other hand, in the case of the 4-axis drive on the right, the width is 100 mm and the height is 100.4 mm. Compared to installing 4 standard products, the installation space is reduced by half. Also, in the case of 4 standard type drives, they require 1 EtherCAT cable for the connection to the EtherCAT master, and 3 EtherCAT cables for the daisy chain connection between the drives, so total 4 EtherCAT cables are required. But you only need 1 EtherCAT cable if you use Ezi-STEPII EtherCAT 4X. And the power cables are also reduced from 4 cables to a control power cable and a motor power cable, which means less and simpler wiring and cost reduction. Until now, I have introduced Ezi-STEPII EtherCAT 4X. On the FASTECH website www.fastech-motions.com, you can download product-related materials such as catalogs, manuals, drawings, and watch demonstration videos, and webinars. Also, if you search FASTECH on YouTube, you can see more than 100 demonstration and webinar videos. Thank you for listening.